Good morning, YouTubers. Well, actually, good afternoon, good evening. Um, I guess I should say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. It's going to be a few minutes to set up. I'm still working. I wasn't supposed to go live until 9. However, I'm kind of getting ready, and I figured I would just turn it on to make sure I didn't have any problems going live, because I have done that before where I waited kind of to the last minute, went live, and then had an issue, and I didn't want that to be the case this evening. I'm not sure if there's anybody yet in the room. I am setting it up kind of right now. So just giving you guys all a heads up. I can't quite see the comments yet, but we're getting there. Dave, how's it going, Dave? Hope you're having a great night. Um, I'm going to take a few minutes. You're the only one in the room right now. Just letting you know I am setting up. Let's see. We got Pete in the room. How's it going, Pete? We got iStark. How's it going, man? I haven't seen you in forever, buddy. I think it's actually Ian, right? If I remember correctly. I hope you're doing well, though. Hopefully you're still stacking. Hopefully you're still hunting $50. We got Dave. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Sylvester. Sylvester. How do you pronounce that? I'm not sure if that's a play on silver. Ian, yes, I had it right. That's what I thought. I thought it was Ian. I couldn't remember. It's been a while since I've seen you in the room. What is up, Metals Mobster? How's it going? So I'm not going to be reading the comments for a little bit just because I'm still setting up. I just want you guys to kind of be aware of a little bit about what's going on right now. So it's going to take a few minutes. Right now, what I am doing is entering everybody's free entries. See if I can kind of minimize that. That way, if I have to look at the comments, I can. What's up, Conrad? Hopefully you're having a great night. So what I am doing right now, I think y'all can see. I don't know if you can see right now. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. So right now I'm getting everybody's free entries in. I've already got the list all updated. If you're not a member and you'd like to become a member, you will get put on this list. However, with all the free entries throughout the month that people earned, it's good because we have a members event with just 80 names on it next week, give or take a couple. Today was an extra event for someone to win a free ounce of silver, and we're giving away that spider coin that was at the very beginning. And so it's pretty cool. And let's see here. What was I reading? Mark's got chills. Yes, it's a members event. Checking in from Colorado. Awesome. Thank you so much. Gold, new all-time high. Yeah, it's about ready to hit 2,400 right now. Let's see here. 2371 and really picking up momentum. Kind of disappointed a little bit, and I'll tell you why, because I kind of wanted to I want to put it in an order, but I want it to have a little bit of a pullback when I do. And silver, please tell me it ain't gone up past 67. No, it's 65. 60, still 67. Okay. I will be monitoring this probably throughout the night and hope to catch something. Let's see here. So I will be adding everybody's names in who has extra entries. So please bear with me. I'm kind of just trying to get this last little bit done. Let's see. Unknown, you had 2 extra free entries from the last coin roll hunt. So copy, paste, and pay no attention to the numbers if anybody is. JS Stacker, you had an extra entry here. I just got to hunt some of y'all down. I should have done this earlier, but I didn't expect to go live before 9. Let's see. Pete, you got an extra entry. I'm kind of going through this list right here that I have from the last 2 live streams, last week or the week before. Let's see here where you're at. Copy. Put you down there again. Whoop. Paste Pete. Brandon 444. Be sure to hit the like button. Oh, thank you so much, Pete. I appreciate that. Brandon 444. You might have been towards the bottom. There you are, right there. Boom. Copy. Boom. Paste. Paste your 2 extra entries, Brandon. Conrad, 2 extra entries. And I know someone right now is just getting in and like, what's going on? I apologize. It does take a little time to put everybody's extra entries. So the way it works is if you become a member, we do special events every month. Guardian, 1 extra entry here. We do special events every month for our members. And every month you have a shot at winning a free ounce of silver. Now, this month, we ended up having some people donate some cool stuff. We got a bunch of $50 boxes, and so I wanted to open those up. I said anybody that got an NIFC in their rolls would get extra entry for each NIFC. And so I am entering them right now. And I said anybody that got any silver, you'd get your silver sent to you. We don't always get the $50 rolls, so that's why. AI. Chris in Virginia. Not sure where Chris will be because I know you just reinstated it. Right there. Copy. Jeffrey and Pete. Jeffrey. Jeffrey's a newer member, I think. Maybe not. Jeffrey. Where's Jeffrey? I would be embarrassed if I said that and he's all the way at the top. Oh, that's why right there. You're a super member. You are at the top, but you were a newer member. Copy. Jeffrey got 2 extra entries here. Paste. And I know I'm not talking much. That's because I am just getting everything ready. Pete got 3 extra entries. Copy. Whoop. And last one on this page is Guardian. And then I'll take a quick minute, look at the comments. Copy. However, we still got some more work to do. I don't know if I should look at the comments right now because then someone might be like, dude, we're here early. How come you weren't? I was here too early. That's the reason why I'm just getting now to this. Okay. New Marshall. Another one for you. Copy. Paste. Conrad, another one for you. I'm on page 2 of 3 right now. Copy. Paste. Chris in Virginia. Yeah, it was kind of crazy how much stuff we had in those $50 boxes. I was kind of shocked. All the NIFCs, all the silver. But they were good boxes. At least that one was. The second, well, so the first box, that was just silver. The next 2 boxes that we did, those were phenomenal, I thought, with NIFCs. Reluctant. With 2 extra entries. And I will answer questions here in just a minute. If anybody would like to become a member, like I said, this is just an extra event. This ain't even the main event. So you got an opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4 EMO with 4 extra entries. It's worth becoming a member. Copy, especially even just for the $1.99. And Ali T. Ali T. Ali T right there. Copy. Ali T. Emmanuel. Emmanuel. And then the last page after Emmanuel. And the last page is going to be a doozy. That was where we really started hitting them. People were getting like 10 NIFCs in 5 rolls. They were getting like 2 or 3 in a roll. Copy. Paste. Okay, and that's it for that one. Now the hardest page. Let's see who we got going on in the chat real quick. Whoops. Let's see. Yeah, it's super easy to become a member. You can just hit the join button. If you're on an Apple phone or an iPhone, it's a little harder because I still got one more page to enter. But like I said, there's a lot of entries tonight, but there hasn't always. Yeah, no, Pete, you got 15 on the last. I'm kind of skimming the comments right now. You had 15 on the last one. You still had your membership entry. You still had a couple of entries from the night before. You actually caught both live streams. Be sure to hit that like button. Yes, I'm still adding from the last page. Kelly, yeah, it's only $1.99 to become a member. And with all the stuff that we give away this month and next month, we had some members that were super awesome. They donated some stuff. I saw a video today mentioning me. I can revaluation of gold, 100,000 pesos turned into. Yeah, so the revaluation happened. It's happened before. A lot of people don't realize how many countries it has happened in. And yeah, I'm still filling out that last page, letting you all just talk amongst yourselves. 3 levels of membership. Yeah, the $1.99 is the base membership, which you have a shot at winning a free ounce of silver every month. As a super member, you are tier 2. You either have extra entries sometimes you have upgraded prizes, and the obsessed members, you either have upgraded prizes where you might get a small gold coin, you might get extra entries. Obviously, if you have extra entries, then there's not a gold prize or something extra. But actually, we have done where you won both prizes, the super and the baseline prize. I don't think I've done a gold yet, because I kind of want to do something smaller, like a 1/20th ounce. But because we only have 3 obsessed members at that level. Pick me. Austin, how's it going, buddy? Austin, you should consider becoming a member. It's only $1.99 to become a member, and we do some sort of special event every month. This month, we've got multiple events coming, and some people that made all the live streams, they actually have extra entries and stuff, so it's pretty cool. We don't normally do live streams unless it's a special event. I'm not a big fan of the live streams. I don't know. You might. Who knows? Live streams are funny. I was just laughing. That's an inside joke that I was laughing at. Why I don't like live streams. There was a joke going around on when the tide goes out. You find out who ain't got their pants on. I guess with shorts and all that. Who's not covered. And someone made a joke to me one day. They're like, do you ever do your videos in your underwear? And I was like, dude, I'm sitting at home in my spare bedroom. I said, who knows what I might do some days. I said, I'm kind of out there a little bit. Let's see. That's why it was kind of an inside joke. But I'm like, I don't care. Let's see. Copy. Oh, what happened there? Why is that not doing it? Nope. Boom. Paste. John Riot with an extra entry. Don't pay no attention to the numbers. Copy. And now we're getting into the hard ones. So, old man, reluctant. Give my extra 3 entries to old man. Okay. Smug the Magnificent with 3 extra entries. I'm going to come back to reluctance because I guess he wanted to give those 3 to old man. So I got to find Smug. Like I said, it's only going to take a few more minutes. I'd be done, but I wanted to hit all the comments briefly. Paste. Guardian, 21 extra entries. Oh my word. This is going to be a doozy. So 21 and 3, you're at 24 in total. Copy. Boom. Paste. And then that's 6. So 6 times 4. Copy. Would be your 24 entries. 21 and 3. Now, for people that don't know why some people have so many entries, some people bought rolls. Once everybody got their share of free rolls, we ended up doing super chat donations, and you got rolls, extra rolls. So some people ended up basically making donations to the channel, getting extra rolls, and then hit the NIFCs. Pete with 15 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Copy. Five. 10. 15. So that's why some people have a lot of entries. JC Stacker, 11 more. Almost done. I was saving the biggest ones for last because I didn't know how many names we're going to get on this board. I still haven't decided if we're going to. So 11 plus you already have 2, so it's going to put you at 13. Copy. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5 makes 10. And then I need to give you one more. Okay, give me a second here. First pick or last man? I hadn't decided yet. I was going to look at how the board looks before I decide that, because the board is getting long. I honestly don't know if I want to do last man. But then again, I might just do it and just sit here and talk while I'm doing it. So who knows? Copy. You got 2 extra entries. Now let me know. What do you guys want to see? Last man, first man. Old man, you had 5 entries, and then reluctant gave you 3. So now my question is, oh, there you are, right there. Old man. Copy. So that's 5 and 3 is 8, plus the one you already have as a member. That's going to take you to 9. I mean, it depends. If you guys want me sitting here talking to y'all, I don't mind. I ain't doing nothing. It's a little warm, humid, but other than that, I'm not worried about it. Soon, I won't be doing this type of event. I'll be shifting my event using some sort of, I don't know. You guys know when it gets hot summer, I don't like to use the computer, only because it heats up my house and stuff. And every time I shut it off, it resets. I don't know what's going on with that, if that's the way it's set up or what. Scott McNeil with 4 extra entries. I got to hunt you down, Scott. I don't even remember seeing your name up here. Oh, there you are right there. Copy. Scott with 4. 4 more. Paste. 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 Philip Lowe with 7 more. You were at the top, Philip. Somewhere here. 7 more. Okay, so you already got 2. We are getting ready here. I'm going to read what y'all said in a minute if you want to go first man or last man. Copy. So 7 more plus the 2 you've already got. So that's going to take you to 9. Paste. 4. 6. 8. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. That's Philip Lowe. BJ Stacker, 3 more. Where you at? Copy. Darn, you were lucky. You had a lot of hits. Oh, shoot. I did that wrong. BJ Stacker. Not JC Stacker. I gotta take that one. Those 3 off. BJ. Where's BJ? BJ. Oh, BJ right there. I didn't even Stacker. I just wrote BJS. Copy. BJS. 3 extra entries. Yeah, I'm not a big fan when they get this long. Some people like it just because it forces me to keep talking while we're doing it. Whoo, Riot. 12. Plus 2 is going to put you at 14. Copy. Hold on. Darn gone it. Why is it not back? No wonder. So, what did I just say? 12 more. It's going to put you at 14. 4. 8. I'm sorry, 6. 8. 10. 12. 14. And I'm kind of talking low because that way people can know what I'm doing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Guardian with 3 more and Poly Walnuts with 2 more. Guardian and Poly. There's Poly. There's Poly. Copy. Paste. Paste. What did I just say? Poly with 2 more. Yep. Guardian with 3 more. Okay, Poly Walnuts. Okay, we're almost done. We only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people left. S&B, Bryce, John, Old Man, and EMO. S&B with 11 more. S&B. I think you already had a ton too. Maybe not. S&B. Who's S&B? S&B, S&B. Oh, that's what it was. Silverboy Blues. SBB. Copy. SBB, 11 more. Plus. Here one already. Boom. Okay, phew. One, 2, 3. So I need 11 in all. Copy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bryce, John, Old, and EMO. Bryce, John, Old, EMO. Okay, so we'll do Old next. Old with 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you already had 9 too. That makes it nice and easy. Copy. Enter. Paste. EMO, 6 more. One, two, three. Nice. That's easy too. Copy. Paste. That leaves Bryce and John. I gotta hunt that Bryce down. I know John's towards the bottom. Oh no, I take that back. You're right here, John. John Wookos. Actually, no. That was John W. Where's John W? John W. John W. There you are. Copy. John W. You know, I'm going to have to check something actually. Real quick. We're going to come back to the JW. Was that JW or was it John Wookos? We'll find Bryce first. I only got 2 names left. I'm almost done. And then I'm going to read the comments on if people want to do Bryce. Where are you at, Bryce? There you are. Copy. Bryce with 4 extra. Okay, just need to see one more thing real quick. Give me 1 second. And then we're going to check out all the talking because all I got left is John W. I'm going to let you guys check out that coin. While I check out, I got to go to my channel configuration and see if that was John W. that donated for them rolls or if that was John Wookos. And I probably messed up your name, John. I'm sorry. I know. Will Cuss. I always say Wilkos. Will Cuss. Because I remember we talked about that too. And you're like, will as in I will do it, and cuss as in cuss someone out. I'm just looking to see which name made that donation. It's a good thing. YouTube tracks every penny that comes in. They want to make sure they get their cut. Let's see. Old Man, Bryce, Guardian, BBB, John Stacker, see all. Guardian. Where you at, buddy? Where you at? It was just the other day. Old Man, Bryce, Guardian, Riot, Low, Stackin', Pete, Guardian, Smug, Reluctant, Riot, Brandon, Josh, Free. John W. Yep, it was John W. Nice. Okay. I had it right the first time. Boom. Come back here. Come back here. We'll get off that. I had to go in to where it shows all my account information and stuff. That's why I got you guys looking at the coin that we're going to give away here in a minute. Because I didn't know if it would show personal stuff like my account number. And it does show all my account information. John W. So I had it right there. 2 entries extra. Copy. Boom. Paste. Boom. Paste. Okay, so the wheel is done. Everybody's got their extra entries on there. And that is a big wheel. I don't even know how many numbers that is. I take that back. 249. I do know it says that. See what people say. So, I got off work early today, enjoying an adult beverage and watching my favorite metals streamer. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Unless you got a second one on and then no thank. No, I'm just kidding. Unless you got 2 playing. No. Let's see here. Thank you for all the free roll openings possibilities. You're welcome, Conrad. Thank you to everybody that made a donation for the rolls too. First pick, last man standing. Or last man standing, just stopping by to tell everyone Happy Easter. Thank you so much. Same name, Happy Easter. I hope you're having a great night. I know some people probably already jumped off because I'm only showing 7 people on, and I know it's boring when I'm updating the list, and it takes a little time to do that. That's why I got on early. I said I would go live at about 9, probably start around 9:30. I got on at before 9, just so I could type up the list and kind of say hey to everybody, and try to see if anybody wanted to become a member. I know it looks discouraging right now because of how many names are on the list. However, this is not the main silver event with 3 prizes. We're still going to be giving away 3 prizes here later in the week. I haven't decided the full breakdown or if we're going to do first pick, second pick, third pick, or how we're going to divvy up them prizes. I have my beverage ready for the long haul. Last man is traditional. Ooh. Yeah, last man has been. So we had one person say... Okay, so hold on. We have one person saying... Stay stacking, fellow. Okay, so we have one person saying last man. Brandon saying let's go. I need to know, do we want to do first or only one person commented that I'm seeing? I say long haul, but I understand it takes... You know what? I say long haul too. I'm cool with that. You're the only one that said long haul. Nobody else said first name. You started the conversation with first pick or last man standing, and no one said anything different that's a member. So you know what? We're going to go long haul. I got all night. With that being said, we're going to shuffle them up first. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I probably shouldn't have shuffled yet, but actually because I don't want to make the mistake. And there's 2 buttons. When you hit someone that has multiple entries, I need to make sure that I hit the right one. So let's do... I don't want to mess this up. Make sure everybody can see it first. Okay, we'll spin it. It should just take off 1, I think. As long as I think it asks you, I hope. Otherwise, it's just going to tank this whole thing. First name to be eliminated, Jeffrey. Okay, so remove all or remove. Okay, so we just want to hit remove 1. Remove all instances or remove 1. Hold on here. Let me just think for a second. I think it's just going to be remove. But I want to... Well, I don't... Oh, shoot. What? Oh, shit. Son of a gun. What just happened? I don't even think it took it. As long as his name... If his name didn't come off, Jeffrey, you got an extra entry. Jeffrey Cotton. I guess you didn't... Your first pick didn't get removed. But I need to know what it's going to do. Jeffrey, you might have just got an extra entry because I'm not rechecking everything. The time it would take for that. And I see your name still up there, so I don't think it does anything if you... I hope someone don't complain. Yeah, I think remove just removes 1. And because I hit that, I don't think it did anything. Because I still seen 1 of Jeffrey's names up there. So I know it didn't take them all down. I just want to make sure. Hold on here. I'm looking for one more. I'm looking for Jeffrey's name. I know he had a couple entries. Jeffrey, where you at, buddy? I seen it already once. Jeffrey Cotton right there. Okay, super. Okay, good deal. Oh, and there. So there you go. You got 1 entry there, 1 entry there. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to hit the remove 1. Remove all instances would take all of his names off. Yeah, yep. Okay, so here we go. That must have just been, we'll just say that was a trial one since nothing came off. Okay, here we go. Get ready. Last man standing. We're going to go the distance. Whew, I just need to make sure I don't mess up and hit the wrong one. I better keep my cursor over here. And I probably won't read names because I don't want to jinx anybody. Darn. And I will probably shuffle periodically. Probably around 200 or 150 or 100. See, if Jeffrey was here, he could have said, first name. Then it would have been a flip a coin. Let's see. Who's in the room? Yeah, so we got 10 viewers in the room. The 10 viewers in the room, it's going to be a little while. But this is not the monthly event. This is just an extra event for somebody to win a 1-ounce silver spider. From I believe the Perth Mint makes this. Does anybody know? Is it the Perth Mint if it comes from Australia? Whoo. We got time is on my side. Yes, it is. Nah, I probably shouldn't be singing. People are like, dude, don't sing. Let's see. Remove one. Yep. And some of y'all got a lot of names. This is definitely going to be a while. This ain't the worst. We did it one time and we had 1,000 names up here. It was insane. It was anybody that commented could get an entry. And I did it in a video. And people commented the heck on that video. Yeah, it's the spider comes from Australia. So I think it is Perth that makes it. It's got to be. I think they only have one mint in Australia, and that's the Perth Mint, but I could be wrong. Like I say, I'm not a coin collector, guys. For those of you that don't know, I am just a stacker, a common stacker looking to acquire as many ounces as I can before everything comes crashing down. I will say, though, this gets really exciting when you get down to like 10, 15 people, especially if your name's on it. We did it one time, and there was like 20 names left, and like 6 of them belonged to the same person. That was pretty insane. And I will still be putting up a video tomorrow morning. I don't know what I'm going to talk about yet. I'm probably going to talk about this super long event that we just did. It's not the worst, I can say that. The longest event I ever did, when I put up... Hey, what's up, CT? How's it going, buddy? When I put up 100 videos, my 100th video, I ended up saying every comment... limit of 1 to a video that you comment on, you can get an entry. Needless to say, we had a lot of people comment on all 100 of my videos. Therefore, we had something like 12,000 entries. It was insane. I had to do that using baseball games. And the way I did it, every one of the 10, 11, or 12,000 entries, we ended up numbering them. And then we did a random pick. All of the evens had this team, and all of the odds had the other team. The home team versus the away team. So we literally cut 11,000 people in half in one night. It took something like 8 nights games, baseball games, before we got to the end. And we went from 11,000 to 5,500, 5,500 to like 2750, and we just kept going lower and lower, cutting them in half the whole way. It was a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind doing that again. I might even do that actually next month, that kind of event, but I won't do it with 10,000 entries. We'll just do it with our regular 80 members, 80 or 90 members. And then next week, like I said, next week we have another big giveaway. However, that will only have minimal entries because it's going to be all the members will have one, all the fans will have one, all the super fans will have two, all the obsessed fans will have three. What is up, Dr. K? How's it going, buddy? Happy Easter. Thank you so much. We chose the long route tonight, so we're here. We're going to be here for a little while before we figure out who the winner is. There's a lot of names on it tonight because we did the coin roll hunting, and every NIFC that you found got you extra entries. And so here we are, but this is not the main event. The main event is next weekend. This is just a sub-event for a spider. A 1 ounce silver funnel web spider certified because I had too many of them, and I said, you know what, I'm going to give one away. And it was cool because the people that donated for the coin rolls, that money pretty much pays for the spider and it pays for the shipping on it. So it worked out. Plus it will pay for the shipping on the stuff next weekend. So because we got 3 big prizes next weekend. Okay, 221 entries left. Got to pay close attention because some of them it will ask me, do you want to remove everybody? Nope. Like that one right there. Just the one. I should have numbered them all. That way it wouldn't ask me that. But ugh. The only thing I don't like about this is sometimes it freezes up a little bit. It slows because there's so many names on the wheel. I can't even read the names from here. I don't know if you guys can read the names. I don't even know if you guys can see the different colors. How it shows up for you guys. It's just a lot of entries up there. Dr. K, though, you're still on the wheel. Although right after I said that, watch me mess up. Sorry. I try not to say people's names. But it's hard when someone walks in. It's just habit to want to say hey. Especially when you're reading the comments. Like right now, I'm able to see all the comments. Oh, wow. You can see it just fine. Oh, my word. I can't even make out the names on that. That's pretty cool. I'm glad you can. I kind of always get worried too because, you know, the reason I do it like this is so nobody can say I set it up to where my buddy won. In fact, all my personal, I'm going to say personal buddies that I know in person, they only have 1 entry on this because they don't actually, I hate to say it, they don't watch the channel. They're just like, no, why do I need to watch the channel? You're going to come and you're going to eat here for free one day this week, and I'm just going to get my scoop from you. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'll come see you. What's up, SBB? And you are on the wheel, too. You got a lot of entries up here. And some of y'all have a lot of entries. The people that were on the coin roll hunts that we did, they're obviously going to have the most entries because they either donated or they got rolls and just hit a lot of stuff. But anybody that showed up was able to get free rolls. That one strand that stands out right here, that moves too. A lot of people may have noticed that. So when I remove it, it should go away because there's the way that how many there are, it's not divisible by 4. Once it's divisible by 4, you won't see this area right here. See, right now it's divisible by, it's 209. So in a second, that double red and single blue is going to go away. See? and then it looks normal. Although I can still kind of see it looks a little dark there, but because now there's 208 entries. Just kidding. The gold to silver ratio is so wide. At what point would you consider buying gold? I started stacking 7-ish months ago. I love watching your vids. Hey, you're actually in here too for this giveaway. I don't know if you know that. Watching your vids in the morning. Yeah, so I'll talk a little bit here about that. So right now we're at 102 when I looked last. I haven't looked in the last hour, and it might have changed because gold is approaching 3,400. So almost under no circumstances right now would I buy gold. The only way I would buy gold at this point is if it's either an amazing coin that I just love, or it's some kind of a spot deal or some crazy deal. I'm after silver. In fact, right now, the spider that we're giving away tonight, it's certified. I've been picking up a lot of certified coins because one of the people that I go through, he's been giving me a phenomenal deal, $38 for a certified coin. It has to be a 1 ounce coin too. But that's also if I'm buying a large amount of them. If I was going to buy one, he's not going to do that, I don't think. But where I pick up for myself, I pick up for other people. People like that. And they like a lot of the certified coins, especially if it's a certified Eagle. People like that. I don't get a whole lot of 70s. It's a whole lot of 69s. But to me, it makes sense. What is an ounce of silver going for? Just under $33. $5 more to get something certified, something pretty, something in a nice case. Will it matter down the road? Absolutely, I think. Look what happened when silver got up to $50. Some of y'all know that about that. I wasn't collecting when it hit $50. Let me just look. 200 names. So we're going to shuffle the names up again because we got 200 names. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I like to shuffle in the increments of 50. So a lot of people were not stacking that are stacking today. They weren't stacking when we had that huge run up. But Eagles at $50 an ounce for silver spot price, people were buying Eagles at $80. That is insane to me. A $30 premium. But people were frantically trying to get Eagles. And if you remember, the timing on it that it happened made it to where, the Eagles sell out. A lot of times Eagles aren't around in the later part of the year. The only way you're getting an Eagle is if you're buying it secondhand. Now, secondhand does not mean beat up. Secondhand just means, it went through someone else. Maybe, some guy bought a box of them. Now he's selling half of them off because the price went up, whatever the case may be. Good luck, everybody. Thank you so much. And you are on the wheel, too. So good luck to everybody. Oh, you already know you're on the wheel. That's why you put the little emoji with the face. I stack Eagles when it's low just for that reason. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not a big fan of Eagles. Do I have some? Yes. Do I buy them when I can get them cheap? Absolutely. Like a certified silver Eagle for $38. I don't really care what year it is. It's an Eagle. I mean, you're talking 5 over. It's worth it to me in that case. However, I really like the 1 ounce coins. I really like the Legendary Warriors. We are at 192 right now. It's going to be a little while. I expect it's going to run probably 2 hours and 15 minutes with this many entries. That means we still got about an hour and 20 minutes. So anybody that has a question, go ahead and ask it in the comments. But yeah, my opinion, gold silver ratio, when would I trade? So I have a plan that I would start trading at even 75 to 1, maybe 70 to 1. I would start trading and trade, I don't know how much, but I'd trade some, put away a couple ounces of gold. Then if it goes 60 to 1, you're talking 3 tubes. I'd get another couple ounces of gold maybe. Goes down to 50 to 1, maybe another ounce of gold. Goes down 40 to 1, I'm probably going to get rid of a good amount. 30 to 1, a good amount. 20 to 1, I'm probably dumping everything and going into gold at that point. $187. Do you take conditioner into account? Okay, hold on here. Remove. Do I take condition into account, or would you rather buy coins for the lower price? Think silver dollars, for example. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot of silver dollars in terms of the Morgan's peace dollars. Only because for a long time I was dumping my Morgans for 1 ounce silvers. And now some people might be like, why would you do that? Because an ounce of silver has more silver than a Morgan or a peace dollar. Now, if we're talking American Silver Eagles, I kind of like Kohl's if I'm going to save some good money on them. Especially the painted ones. Some people can't stand the painted ones. I like the painted ones. I have a collection of probably 40 painted American Silver Eagles with all different paint jobs. I'd like to put them in a board someday and just show them all off because they are pretty to look at. But I'd have to find a way to get a board that's like almost borrowed, where it's borrowed in. And then maybe put some kind of a piece of plexiglass over it so they don't get falling out and stuff. I definitely wouldn't glue them. I seen a friend of mine. She's a bank manager, and when she was younger, and they closed down the bank that she was at, she actually got given an old cuckoo clock that the bank had in its lobby. She loved it, and on the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock, it had Morgan dollars. On the 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock, it had Walking Liberty half dollars. And the other ones just had Mercury dimes and Barbara quarters. I think it was. Might have been Barbara dimes and Barbara quarters. In fact, it was. I got a video up somewhere of that clock. The problem with the clock is they glued the coins to the clock. So I was like, ugh. Once I seen that, I was devastated. Especially because people are like, wow, that's an awesome year for a Morgan. Not when it's glued. What are we at now for names? We got 176. Okay. Damn. I got sidetracked. Hello, T. What is up, John? How's it going tonight? Hope you're having a great night. You're on the wheel. Oh, no! I am so sorry. I don't know if you're still on the wheel. You should still have some on there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When people put... oh, yeah, you're still right here. I can see your name right there. So you had a bunch of entries anyway. But that's exactly why I don't like saying people's name. But when people type stuff in, I tend to read it. So, and I know one night someone's like, you can say my name. I don't believe in that stuff. And sure enough, as soon as I said it, the next name on the wheel was the next one to pop off was that person. Let's see. I wish I would have kept my parents' cuckoo clock. Yeah, they're pretty cool. You could melt the glue off, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't my clock. She liked the clock, so she's just keeping it. She gets a lot of cool stuff anyway through work. Being a bank manager, anytime cool stuff comes in, of course you're going to know about it right off. I'm curious if I'm right on the time. So we've been streaming now for 1 hour and 1 minute. I said we would run probably 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I'm wondering if we're going to be right there. But yeah, I'm looking to get, at this point in the game for me, I'm just trying to acquire as many ounces as I can. In fact, I'm trying to trade off some of my collectible stuff that I have. I had a whole bunch of those 1987 or 86 San Francisco Silver Eagles. Those pop off at $250 a piece. I'm on the fence of wanting to trade all of those in. But on those, I want to get some kind of a premium. But I didn't pay that much for them. I think I paid $75 a piece for them. I mean, if someone traded me 3 ounces, maybe 3 or 4 ounces of silver, it would still be a good deal. But people like them. They're definitely popular. The clock should be made like a capital holder so you can see the backs of the coins. Maybe if you had a custom made blue capital type holder made for your painted eagles. Oh yeah, that might have to look into that. What's your favorite bullion site, assuming the premiums were the same across the board? So, I'll be honest, Jake, that's a hard one. That's probably a really hard question because bullion prices are never going to be all the same. I would probably still have to say, despite recent times, I would probably, even including my recent, I hate to say recent issues, I'd probably still say Universal Coin and Bullion. In the past, they have taken such good care of me that, I mean, how could I? Now, it helped that I had a friend of mine that worked there as one of the sales reps. I mean, he gave the majority of the subscribers of the channel deals all the time. And we're talking like Silver Eagles at like $2 over spot. He really took care of a lot of people. Yes, he sold collectibles too. And collectibles have a high premium. But he was always eager to help out people on the channel. New stackers, old stackers, everything. I'm trying to think, because when you say all bullion prices the same, I mean, there's some dealers out there that are just charging huge premiums, and they're just outright burning people, I think. And down the road, when you go to sell your stuff and you find out, that you way overpaid on your premiums, then that's bad. Some people will tell you it doesn't really matter where the price of silver is going. What you pay for a premium ain't going to matter. It matters in terms of, are you going to spend the same amount of money? I'll give you an example here. If you're buying 100 ounces of silver, spot is at 33. If you were to get it at spot price, it's $3,300. You're not going to get it at spot price. Let's say one dealer gives you spot plus $2. That puts $33 silver at 35. That means you pay for 100 ounces, $3,500. Another dealer is charging you $40 a piece. That means you essentially paid $5 more than the first dealer. $5 times 100 ounces is 500. You could essentially add some extra silver in your order. If you're going to spend the same amount of money, will it really matter? Probably not. But how do I say that? Actually, if you're going to buy the same amount of ounces, it's not going to matter probably. But if you're like me and you're going to spend a set amount of money, then I'm going to end up going from 100 ounces to maybe 120 ounces because I got that extra money. Those 20 ounces will make a huge difference down the road. What kind of problems did you have? Oh, see, that's what I didn't want to say. I don't want to get into that. That I didn't want to get into. I just... I didn't really want to get too much into that, but I'm pretty open. I'm pausing the right way. Well, one thing, I don't like their new, who they have advertising for them. I can't stand the guy. I think they call him Mr. Wonderful. I don't know his proper name. Someone can correct me. No, they don't call him. Do they call him Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Nice Guy? He's the one that promoted the cryptocurrency with Tom Brady that everybody lost everything. So I personally don't like the guy. That's a big factor for me. I guess I'll just say it. I'm just trying to say it in a nice way because, yes, their website does say one per household. You don't have to. I was just curious. No, I'll say it because it wasn't like they did anything wrong. Their coins are always on the up and up. Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, that's the one I was looking for. Yeah, he's their new spokesperson. So it's not like they did anything wrong. Their coins are flawless. They're awesome. They put their coins all in capsules, which is way above and beyond any bullion dealer. But their advertisements, when they run their promos, say one per household. So my son is a collector too. Obviously, my son's been collecting a long time because, he started collecting 10 years ago with me. We did it together as a father-son thing, kind of bonding, spend some quality time. Well, he works. He runs his own website. He has a clothing website where he sells vintage clothing. And so when they told me, when my friend had quit working there and I had placed another order, I said, I put in my order and I said, okay, I want to double that order. I want the same exact thing for my son. And I'm just going to pay for them both and he'll give me the cash. And we can't do that. It's one per person, one per household. I'm sure there are people out there that will cheat the system and try to get doubles. But I ended up having to split my order with my son. It kind of irked me. And just like anything, when somebody gets burned or they feel wronged, what do? They shop around. The first company that I was with was Provident Metals. I never went anywhere else. All my orders went through Provident Metals. Then I had an issue with them, and I shopped around. And then I found Universal Coin and Bullion. Well, Universal Coin and Bullion blew away everybody's prices. Phenomenal company to work with. But because I'm stacking for myself and I help stack for my son, he doesn't have time to deal with this stuff like I do. He knows it's like a person. I've used this analogy before. If you're growing oranges and I'm growing apples, I want to do 50% oranges and 50% apples. My field produces, really good on the apples because I'm in warmer weather. I'm sorry, really good on the oranges because I'm in warmer weather. For those of you that don't know, Texas, Florida, California, warm weather climates do phenomenal for citrus. But if you live in New England, Michigan, Oregon, one of the northern states, you do good at apples. If you can get better production in one way, then specialize in something. I specialize all my time in silver, gold, research. He spends a lot of his time in vintage clothing, collectible stuff, to where I've seen him do really well with vintage clothes, phenomenally well. So he doesn't have time. So that was kind of the deal with that. Sir, silver will come down. What, like a couple cents? I'm sure silver will. So anybody that thinks silver will never come down, I mean, yeah, we'll have pullbacks. I mean, we'll have pullbacks in gold too. I mean, we can look at the chart right now and see that there's always going to be pullbacks. However, we're not even in a 50-year high yet. With everything else going up in prices, let's take a look. Let's take a brief look for those of you guys that are watching. Think of the norm. Look at this chart right here. Silver went all the way up here in 1980 and then came all the way back down. But it's still higher than it was at that point. Then silver went up again, came all the way up here in 2011. It came back down. It didn't come back down to where it was. It came back down some. Now we're slowly climbing up again. In fact, if you look at this area right here, you can compare it to this right here. I would not be surprised to see a little bit of a pullback, a little bit, maybe $28, but I'm not going to bet on it and risk missing out on an opportunity of a lifetime. We have the pullback, and then all of a sudden it shoots up even higher. And the next time it shoots up higher, it ain't going to 50 and coming down. There's like 6 times more money than there was in 2011. So when you're factoring that money supply in, mathematically, if the same conditions as 2011 happen, we could see 6 times 50, which would be $300 silver. And I know some people want to say that will never happen or whatever, but the truth of the matter is there's also a lot of naysayers out there. Let's start giving some gold away. So I have already mentioned that, but only for the upper tier members, if they're the ones that win it. Only because a gold coin, but it would be a 20th of an ounce. Because some of them guys, they've got their membership set at $9.99 a month. We did give away gold, though, a few times on the channel. But that was back when I hit major milestones. The next major milestone is still a ways away. It would be at like 20,000. I thought about announcing it. But then I had people say, when I asked, out of curiosity, the people that's in the room, I'm showing like 14, 15 people in the room right now. If I was doing a big giveaway, would you rather see one prize, a gold coin, or would you rather see like, I don't know, 50 prizes of the silver coins? Or would you rather see 20 prizes of multiple silver coins? Let me know what you guys would rather see. I'm curious. But that would be for a big milestone. Yes, silver will go up and down just like the temperature outside. Silver is still a terrific store of value. Absolutely. That would probably put it at 15 to 20 to 1 ratio on top. See, 50 prizes, Matt just said, yeah. And that's what I hear a lot of people say. They'd rather see more prizes. I seen one channel. They hit a big milestone, and he gave away 1.85 ounces of gold to one lucky person. That was a set of coins. Phenomenal prize, I'll be honest. It was a set of coins, 1 ounce, half ounce, quarter ounce, 10th ounce, and 20th ounce. But one prize. I mean, that just takes the fun out of it. You make it to the end, you're the runner-up. I mean, that person's got to feel like dirt. Although I shouldn't say that, because tonight there's only one little prize, but it's just an extra just because I had gotten a bunch of them in, and I figured, we'll give away one. So someone's going to feel bad tonight when they get to the last 5 names, especially if they're in the room watching. Although one night I didn't have anybody feeling bad, because there was like 4 names on the wheel and 3 of them belonged to one person. Let's see. 1.85. I was sure I was going to win. Yeah, it was a pretty cool prize, I'll be honest. It was nice for them to give it away. The person has a great channel. But anytime you have a coin dealer working with the channel, they're naturally going to be able to give out better stuff, I think, too. I have issues with a bullion company right now. One that I have always felt generally positive about in the past. I invested some of my Roth IRA with them, putting it into silver and gold. Oh, so that's a tough one. I know that's not a question, but it's a tough one for me because I have always been against investments that someone's got to hold my investment. What I mean by that is a 401k. If I feel bad about the markets and I want that money, I want my money. I look at retirement accounts and 401ks as almost like Ponzi schemes. Though you will probably get your money, you don't have the ability to take out. Same with Roth IRAs. You can't take it out unless, I guess with Roth IRA, there's few exceptions. The one good thing about Roth IRA is you get the tax deduction from doing it, which is pretty cool. And in some cases, it's even matched. I know someone right now that she lost her job and had to cancel out her retirement or whatever, her 401k. She was able to cancel it out with a extremely hefty tax hit. And in the end, it was cool because, are you talking about on his last milestone? I was. Not anything bad. I didn't say nothing bad about him. I just said he gave away a really cool prize, but it's hard when you just give away one big prize. It kind of gets discouraging. And yeah, I'm subscribed to his channel. I didn't say nothing bad. Don't anybody think I said something bad about another YouTuber. I never call out YouTubers. Well, I take that back. There has been a couple I have called out. I almost called out one, and then someone's like, dude, he's an 11-year-old kid. Are you kidding me? And he did a YouTube video on what not to do to grow a YouTube channel. And he called me out in it. And he was a subscriber of mine. He said, I'm going to tell you what not to do if you want to grow a YouTube channel. I'm going to use the example of T-Square Talk. So he jumps around on videos. Sometimes he does cooking videos. Sometimes he does chicken videos. Sometimes he does coin hunting videos. Sometimes he does just different types of videos. If you ever really want to grow your channel, you need to stick to one topic and one topic only, or you will never grow. And I didn't like that, I'll be honest. And someone's like, dude, he's 10 years old. Are you really going to call him out? I said, I guess not. But I was like, damn, it stung a little. And I'm happy the direction I'm going. I'm going very slow. It's definitely slow going. But I can't say I'm unhappy with where I'm at. I mean, I think I'm approaching, 100,000 subscribers right now? Oh, never mind. My bad. That's someone else's channel. What am I approaching? I'm approaching 14, I think. I don't even know. Hold on here. I got to flip real quick. I got to know. Yeah, 14.7. I'm approaching 15. Someone's like, 100,000? What the heck? And then they're jumping over to look. It's slow growing. It just is. But it is what it is. I enjoy doing it, though. That's what really makes it fun. And if I get my new forever home, I'll be able to go back and do cooking videos one day a week. A lot of people that have watched my cooking videos are like, oh, my word, that looks so awesome, bro. I would do crawfish boils, crab boils. One night I did steak, lobster, bacon-wrapped jalapenos, and bacon-wrapped asparagus. People were like, what the heck? You call that a little meal? A little meal if I have company. It's, sometimes if I have company over, I'll kind of, I don't want to say show off a little, but yeah. I've done bacon-wrapped lobsters. I've done stuffed lobsters. I've done a lot of different stuff on the channel cooking. In fact, there's a couple members that have one member specifically that told me he don't really watch the videos as much because he'd like to see me do different stuff instead of just talking about silver all the time, especially because I do a lot of stuff that doesn't really get shared on YouTube. I'm major into cooking. I was doing melting for a while. Some of y'all may even remember some of that stuff. I do scrap metaling. For those of you that don't know what that is, you just pick stuff up off the side of the road, throw it in the back of your truck, and just go about your business. And then break that stuff down, specifically ACs. I love breaking down ACs because you can get some good money out of the copper. The last time I took back a batch, I think the last batch I took back, I got back $400 for it. $400 for stuff that I picked up off the side of the road, which is pretty cool, that they were just throwing away. I subscribed around 10 years. Not doing terrible. 0 to 25 is harder than 25 to 50. Really? See, I've wondered that. I've always wondered if at a certain point you just start doing better. Like you just start growing faster. So I don't believe in anything supernatural. For those guys that don't, I had one girl that I was talking to online. She actually read my cards one day. And I said, I don't believe in it, but you can do it. I don't care what you do. And I don't believe in that. I don't believe. In fact, now that I've actually read up on that, I really am against it because I don't want to say religious points of view. I study a lot of religion. But I think that that's probably a bad area to look into, I guess you can say. Possibly. But someone would have to sway me that understood a little bit about religion. Needless to say, it didn't matter because the cards were wrong. It told me that by February 23rd of this year, I would hit 20,000. I said, so much for the all-knowing. Yankee Stacker. What a coincidence that you'd bring that name up. Told me to email him about it when I asked him in chat. He said he didn't know they did that. Hold on here. I have asked Yankee Stacking and Silver Seeker if they charge $250 when they went into the IRA. Oh, that's the IRA question. Yeah, I don't really know much about it. The reason I said it's funny you said that. Hold on here. Let me see something. You guys might laugh if I still got it right here. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Darn it. Sucker. Darn it, where'd it go? So, I was looking for something. I paused for a minute. I don't know where I put it now. The last time I went up to Maine, I brought it with me. Me and my son went up to Maine a little while back. I had brought with me a package from Yankee Stacker that he sent me, and I've never opened it. How crazy is that? I know what's in there. So essentially, I was on his show, and I ended up winning a chest piece, a little silver chest piece. He had 3 prizes he was giving away. He had a guest speaker on there that makes stuff out of silver. And I was watching it sick in bed. And he said, okay, anybody that wants to enter, just comment. And I said, I ain't commenting. You ain't going to win that. And with that many people, over 1,000 people watching, I said, no way. And then he showed the pieces. Like, ooh, I love that. I said, you know what? I'll comment. And I commented, good luck to everybody. Really fun giveaway. Thank you for the giveaway, whatever. And sure enough, they drew the first name. And it was someone. And the 3 prizes. And he picked a different one, not the one I wanted. And then they drew another name. And I actually seen my name go by on that one. It's like, no! And he picked a different prize. And then on the 3rd spin, he ended up spinning it. And I saw my name slowly coming around. And then I was like, oh my word. And then when he said my name, I was just blown away and super excited. I got the package, but I said, you know what? I'm going to wait until I go there and open it. I want to open it in their shop. And sure enough, I've still never opened it. Because when I went through there, it was like 4 a.m. And I asked my son, he's like, dude, do you really want to? We could be there by lunchtime where we're going. Do you really want to give that up and sit here and wait until they open at 10? And so I was like, oh, I do, but I didn't. And Matt saying it's rigged. You're the first person to realize that. Congratulations, Matt. Matt's like, what? I'm just kidding. No, so let's see here. Yeah, I don't really, I haven't been following the $250 deal. Obviously something with the IRA, the Roth IRA. 23, I noticed a lot of stackers at coin shops are older, so I assume most of the community are vastly older than me. Do you care to say how old you are, Jake? With State Farm? I'm just kidding. How old are you, Jake? Let's see. I'm just kind of skimming through the comments. I apologize. Yeah, I think a lot of stackers are going to be... Is gold going to keep going higher? I think it will. I don't think we'll see any kind of a sizable pullback until we hit $2,600 or $2,700. And the pullback at best might be around where we're at right now. There's too much going on right now to 23. Oh, yeah, I would say you're a fairly younger stacker. But you're not the only one. I mean, I know a lot of 21, 22, 23-year-old kids that are stacking. But, yeah, I think a lot of stackers are older. It takes a while to really understand money, but understanding it at 23 is going to put you way ahead of these other kids as they get older. So I actually know one person right now. He has some kind of a custodial account for silver. He also stacks silver, but he has a lot of silver. He's got probably 9 monster boxes in his custodial account. He is retired now, and that gives him the ability. We are at 94 now. It gives him the ability to take out so much, but here's the thing. He don't get to take it out in physical. He told me he just gets paid out a certain amount based on, you know. However, it was cool because 1 month they wanted a box of Silver Eagles from a specific year from him. He traded his box of Silver Eagles and got 2 boxes of coins. One box was of Austria Philharmonics, and the other box was, I think, just silver rounds, generic rounds, which was a pretty cool deal to get 1,000 ounces for 500 ounces. That's pretty cool. It was a good year, I guess, on the Silver Eagles. To me, a Silver Eagle is a Silver Eagle, but I know some people like certain years based off mintage. And it might have actually been 2 boxes of Eagles for 3 boxes somehow. I can't remember the exact breakdown, but it was crazy. You got 500 ounces of free silver. I thought that was pretty amazing. I'm in the trucking industry, so pretty decent money. I'm trying to invest every dollar I can possibly. Absolutely. That's the way to do it. Start young, investing, but they don't tell your friend how long it will take to get his distributions. Yes, they try to push you to take cash distributions. Yeah, that's what they did for him. And he actually watches the channel sometimes, so he watches the videos. But needless to say, I didn't like that. I thought that was I was like, no, because at first I thought I'd be slick and be like, hey, your next distribution, can you take it in silver and I'll give you the money instead? I said, I mean, what, can he, I didn't know if he was able to get it at like spot, and then he got spot cash. I didn't know how that all worked. What do the numbers next to the names mean, if you don't mind me asking? So I don't mind you asking. Originally, there's 89 members or 90 members. So I had all the names on here, and they were all numbered. However, everybody that had extra entries, I just copied and pasted. And that was it. The number does represent your member number. So, like, who asked that? Philip. So, like, Philip, your member number is number 10 right now. And that means all your entries will have 10 next to it. That is based on how long you've been a member, what level you're at as a member. Pretty much the only way you go up a number is if someone in front of you drops out, or if you're a fan and then you all of a sudden go up to a super fan, or you go up to an obsessed fan. Some people want to be number 1. It's hard to be number 1 because number 1 is an obsessed fan, and he's been the member the longest according to YouTube. However, sometimes people's memberships get they cancel them on accident. The card changes or something, and they drop. Well, their counter stops, and then all of a sudden, months later, they might reset, or redo it, re-enroll in it, and it gives me the list. And YouTube has your name on a list, except YouTube has everybody's names in order by how long they've been a member. The only difference is if you're an obsessed fan, you go to the top of the list, or the top ones, the top category. So like 1 through 3 is obsessed fans. 4 through, I think, 12 are super fans. And then 13 to 91 are basic fans. The stars just represent that you're a member. I may even get rid of the stars because everybody's a member. That is a member. We don't. At first, I thought it was cool. All the little things represent something. The trophy means you've been a member for over a year. There's a few other little symbols, but like I said, all the symbols all mean something different. Oh, the little Superman symbol right here, that represents that you're a super fan. The little wow with the head blowing up, that represents that you're a obsessed fan. So you might see, this is the Superman one, as you can see. Conrad saying, I'm number 2. Yep, you're number 2. I can't remember. I think it's New Marshall's number 1. And that right there, that symbol right there, the dollar sign, that just represents how the person got their membership. Some people don't have access to maybe a credit card or um, the ability to do it through YouTube, so they don't have like Silverboy Blues, who's in the chat room right now. You see, he doesn't have a star next to his name, but he's a member. He just contacted me and did it a different way because he is on a special device that makes it a little bit harder to become a member. Yeah, that happens when someone's name gets mentioned. It seems like it does happen that way. When I see people chatting, all of a sudden their names just keep falling off. I used to got 79 in the room. A lot of you still have multiple names up there. 78. I did like that SD Bullion has separate buildings for their depository and their sales inventory. Yeah, I don't want someone else holding my stuff. I mean, I shouldn't say that because, I mean, I don't mind a bank holding it. I can go there and get it. But that bank is only, 30 minutes from me. So that doesn't bother me. But it's not like locked in. Like some of these people, they physically, even if they want it, they can't get it because of, I don't know, whatever they call it, their holdings and stuff. It's locked in like an IRA or whatever. Mine, you guys know, and anybody that doesn't like it, I don't know what to say to you. I use safety deposit boxes. I've got 3 of them. To me, they're worth it. I can go there anytime I want, pull stuff out, put stuff in. Nobody knows. Nobody has a key to it. Even if I was to get followed home, come on in my house. I'm not going to lie. I'm a bachelor. My place is a dump. I'm kind of a messy individual. But I ain't worried. I mean, I had someone tell me the other day because I said when I get my, sorry about that, buddy. I was talking to someone. I said, when I get my forever home, I think I'm just going to get one of those people that do the interior decorating, have her come into my house, pull out anything that she thinks is good, and take it to my new house. And this person's like, dude, you don't have anything that's decent. Everything you have is a hand-me-down. Do you buy anything new? And I said, yeah, not really. I don't. I mean, the stuff I have, I either won it. I mean, my TV, it's a smart TV, a good size TV, and I won it in a raffle. It was a charity raffle, and I was like, you know what the heck, I'll donate the money just for the heck of it, and I ended up winning. Taking that long will prevent me from being a customer, and they're talking a month to give distributions. Account safety deposit boxes, and failing banks don't go together. So yeah, here's the thing. You need to be cautious. A lot of people don't even know. I'm going to go out on a limb and say everybody here has a bank account. How many of you all have ever read the bank's perspectives? They post them in the lobby at every bank. It says how much cash they hold. It says how much debt they hold, how many loans they hold, how much in home loans that they have sent out, like loaned out for people, what the account outstandings are, credit accounts, a lot of good information in those perspectives. They post them at every bank. If you've never read your bank's perspectives and just asked about it, I started out having to ask. I didn't know what some of the stuff meant on there. But now I read them. I want to know if that bank looks like it's shaking. I would not want to bank with Wells Fargo. I would not want to bank with Bank of America. I would not want to bank with Chase Bank. Those are just the ones that I know of. I've heard a lot of people say there's a lot more. There's like 10 banks right now that are worrisome banks. But there's also the conflict that, some YouTubers just talk without really knowing what they're talking about. Like, if you haven't read your bank's perspectives, then you should be careful. Only bank that I've seen go out of business totally that had safety deposit boxes, two specific instances, neither one affected me. One of them was during a Hurricane Harvey. They closed down a bank, called everybody in, and said you have next week basically to come in, empty your box if anything's not destroyed or wet, whatever. They did have water damage, so if you had paperwork and stuff, it may have gotten ruined. People had the opportunity to bring a duffel bag in, throw all their stuff in a duffel bag, and walk out with it. That is one instance that I've seen. Nobody lost their stuff. The other instance was a place in California that had gotten in trouble for doing some shady stuff. And they wanted everybody to come in front of essentially the three-letter organizations, take their stuff out of the box, and explain if they had questions about what you had in there. So if you pulled out $500,000 out of your safety deposit box, you better have an explanation for it. If you pulled out some gold coins and you have receipts for them, well, then that's not a questionable offense. If you had a pew-pew in there, that could be a problem. I actually have heard of people that do keep pew-pews in their box. Banks don't go in your boxes. And a lot of that has to do with I'm public. A lot of people know what I do. I try to maintain a little bit of maybe secrecy just because if I don't like you, I don't want to help you. If you're a naysayer and you're on the channel, well then I'm cool with that because you're watching. So, you're still viewing the videos. But if you're in the real world and I'm at a convenience store talking to my buddy, let's say, or I'm at the restaurant talking to the owner, and all of a sudden you come over and want to just start trashing metals with no knowledge, no education, couldn't even tell me anything about it. And I have had that happen to me. I don't like that. I ended up picking up a gold coin one day for $210. It was a 1/10 ounce gold coin. I told my buddy, I said, hey, yeah, he liked it. He said, oh, that's an awesome coin. I said, you want it, bro? You cover my lunch and you give me my $210 back. He said, I'll do that. And he had a friend there. And his friend's like, are you freaking kidding me? You're going to pay $210 for that coin? How much could I buy it for online? He goes online. He finds some company that had one for like $100. Okay? Think about that. A gold coin for $100. When spot price is $2,200 gold and you found a 1/10 ounce gold coin for $100, I said, yeah, but that's probably not real. You don't know that. You're right, I don't. But I know the smart people aren't giving their gold coins away for half of melt value. It's just is what it is. Down to 56 names. Isn't it bad for a pew-pew in a bank? Yeah, I think that's a big no-no. In fact, it's even bad for you to put gold and silver in your bank boxes. When you get a safety deposit box at the bank, this is kind of funny because I've told people this before. They've gone and gotten a box and they could not believe it even said that in the contract. You sign a contract with the bank. You are responsible for the contents in the box. The bank is in no way liable for it. If you think something needs insurance, go to a private insurance company. We do not recommend that you put any kind of valuables in there. If the bank gets robbed and broken into and everything is gone, you lose out. How many banks do you know that have been broken into? I guess it's bad unless you're Jason Bourne. Just kidding. For those of you that don't know, Jason Bourne had his money, his passports, his pew-pew. But this ain't the movies. I wish I could find 1/10 ounce for 100. Yeah, you and me both. I don't think I would buy it if I found. I would have to put it on the Sigma in person for me to want it. Just because I wouldn't trust it. 52 names. About ready to do a shuffle in 2 more people. One more person out, and then we're going to shuffle up the names again. I wonder how many people... 50 names. We're down to 50. I wonder how many people are in the room right now that still sees their name on the board. Oh, I just saw one. I know there's at least one person in the room. If you still... Well, no, you better not say nothing. I don't want to jinx it. I was going to say, if you still see your name on the board and you're in the room, go ahead and say something, but don't jinx it. I like it when all the names can be seen. See, there's still two full screens of names. Oh, see, I didn't even see yours. I saw someone say me, but I didn't see yours up there yet. But I'm not saying it ain't. Oh, I'm so sorry, the barbecue man. I know you only had one entry. I actually know that person in person. I was actually watching that name too earlier. Oh, yeah, someone that said me. I do see their name now. Down to 45. Anybody that's still on the board, you got at least a 1 in 45 chance. Unless you've got your name up there a couple times. Barbecue. Yep. I know a couple people that can really barbecue it up. Oh no, I am so sorry, buddy. I know you were up there too. I don't know if you have another one though. I think that might have been your last one. Oh, I am so sorry, my friend. I know that might have been your last one, too. Once they don't give you multiple choices, then it tells me that that was your last entry. If it says close, remove all, then I know how many entries you got. What a crazy thing, too. Both those people just said they were still on the board. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. All the people in the room are getting dropped. Yeah, it was a fun one tonight. I'm glad we did the whole thing. I enjoyed sitting here talking with y'all. I like it. Next week's going to be a fun one, too, because next week there's going to be multiple prizes. And on top of multiple prizes, there's not going to be nearly as many names. So I think next week you have like a 1 in 30 chance of winning a prize, which is pretty cool. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So there's some people with... Oh, that was one of them. I was just looking at that name too. Darn it. I need to not look at people's names. I did good between 225 and 150. General life advice. Other general life advice. Since you asked, don't be simp to any woman. Be your own man. If she likes you, for you, then cool. And don't let anyone assimilate you. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, don't change for other people. I'm not going to change for other people. Yeah. Some people, they want to act. And I've seen this obviously more with women, where they want to put on a false persona for you. Because they think they like you, or they're just like, oh my word, you can't fake it forever. It's easy to fake something in the beginning. Down the road, though, you can't fake forever. Eventually, the truth comes out. Oh, so sorry. What the heck? How did that happen? Hold on a second. Let me look at something. I don't know what to do. I've never seen that happen. What the heck? So, because I've never seen that. I'm trying to figure something out here. How to fix that. I've never seen that happen. I might have to give them extra entries next time. Technically, one of those names shouldn't be there. I don't know why that did that, and I've got to remove it. I don't know what to do in that case. Must have been between lines. Oh, that could be. Yeah, that could be, maybe. Yeah, it could have been. I don't know. I've just never seen that happen. I'm going to have to look at the very end. I don't think either of them were in the room either, though. I might try to remember that and put them both down as an extra entry next time. Upgrade their membership, especially if it was my fault. I'll know in a bit. When I reset this, I'll know what happened. If it was between lines or if it somehow had them both on the same line, which I don't think could have been the case, but... Little by little, we're losing all the people that are here tonight. Yeah, I've never seen that, but if it stops dead on the line. Oh, I shouldn't have said the D word. I would be mad at it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna look at the end. I'm gonna know. But I can't do anything about it. I can't restart the whole thing. Either way, only really matters and the last name. Yeah, if that happened on the last name, that would be devastating. And once we get down to, and that's a good point. It really only would matter if it was at the end. Because, yeah, somebody would be irate. I would probably be a little disappointed, especially if I was the second name. If you give them both an entry, yeah, I thought of that. But now I'd have to rewatch the video. Oh, no, I guess it was around 1 hour and 50 minutes. Because I already don't remember who the names were. In fact, that is, I will give them both an entry if they're on the same line when I reset this. I reward and saw only one name kicked. I reward and only saw one name kicked. I'm going to know at the end. 27 people. And I'm not going to ask. I would suggest you don't type it. I wonder how many people are still on the wheel that are in the room. At this point, I don't see anybody on the wheel that's in the room, but I could be wrong. And if they are, they're keeping quiet after seeing what happened. We're going to do a full shuffle at 20 names. Yeah, you did really good. You made it pretty far. So we're at 22 names. I see a couple people with 3 and 4 entries. $21 names. 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. There we are, 20 names. We're down to 20 people, and there they all are right there. But we're going to do a shuffle up. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Next shuffle, if I remember, will be at 10. And everybody can see all the names, so you know if you're still in it. And this is going to be, remember I told you there was 20 names and someone had 5 or 6 entries? That just happened a minute ago. Because there's 2 people on here that still have multiple entries. $17 names. Yeah, I said 2 hours, 20 minutes, I think, before we ended the stream. It's going quick now, though. $15 names with still a fair amount of duplicates. I gotta say, though, this is always fun doing these. But it would get stressful. If my name was on the wheel, like, let's say my name was on the wheel, I'd be like, oh, right up until the end. $12 names. Yeah, I said 220. Of course not, because making an ad, but yes, it made your point and hit them off guard. And then there's 10. I'm just looking right now at all the names that are on there. 2, 3. I say that because one of those names is a temp. That would be crazy if a temporary member won. And I don't even think that temporary member is actually watching right now. Eight. 7. 6. That was our last super member too. 5. Final 5, no duplicates. There was one person that had 6 entries when we hit 20. And another one that had 4, and another one that had 2. Now we're down to 5 individuals. If it follows the algorithm, one of those 10 is not really... Oh, I don't know what that is. We're down to 5 names. The last man standing is the winner. Oh, I'm so sorry, 3D. Someone even mentioned you. Were you in the room? Is that how your name came up? I saw someone said is still in it. I don't know if you know him or... And that's it. Final 4. Oh, I am so sorry, Guardian. You had a ton of entries. You had 6 at 20. You had like 24 entries in all. That is insane that you had 6 at the end. And then there was 3. Oh, I'm so sorry, Doc. And you were the temporary one, too. So I did one day during the live stream, when we did this month's event, the big event that's happening next week, I said anybody that did a $2 super chat, I would give you a 1-month membership. And that was because it was the same as if someone paid the $2 for the membership. But some people don't want to sign up because, I don't know, maybe they think they'll never cancel or whatever, so they just want to do super chat. That was the one. And in my mind, I hate to say this because I will never probably do this again because I don't have information on this person. This person just did a super chat. They don't make a payment through PayPal or through YouTube or whatever the case may be with an email. So I had no way to get a hold of this person. I mean, I was like, oh, man. So I didn't know what I was going to do in that case. And there it is. 2 people. Congratulations to both of you making it this far. The next one gets eliminated. And then the last name on the wheel will be the last name on the wheel. Good luck to both of you. Let's see. I'm trying to think if... I'm not even going to say it. If one of y'all have won before. I don't know. One of y'all, both of y'all have been members for a little while since we're up to 91 now. So... let's see. Be careful, because I've been trying to tell you my gold story. Okay, I've been trying to get in the Discord link. I'll tell you what. So here's the deal with the Discord link before I even spin this final spin. So the Discord links are only good for 1 week. I don't update them every day. I usually update them when someone asks me to update it. I hate to say that. Tomorrow morning, I will put a brand new fresh link for Discord. If you click on it tomorrow morning, it will work. And it will work for the next 5 or 6 days until someone reminds me to change it out. That bottom info is the same on every video unless someone cancels their membership or adds their membership. So I will fix that tomorrow. Here we go. Oh, hey, yeah, you're right. It is a J. So good luck to both of you. The next name to hit is canceled. And the final name is the winner. In 3, 2, 1, boom. There we go. I am so sorry to Josh. I am so sorry, buddy. Joshua, you made it all the way to the end. I am so sorry. And congratulations, JC Stacking. You had a lot of entries. You put a bunch of donations in for extra rolls. You hit a bunch of NIFCs. Your NIFCs got converted to extra entries, and one of your entries made it all the way to the end. You had 4 entries left at 20 because I was watching it, and one of them made it all the way to the very end. Congratulations, JC Stacking. Shoot me an email. Comment on the video if you want. I will put a prize next to your name, and then I'll cross it out once we get it out to you. And that puts us at 2 hours and 5 minutes exactly almost. So congratulations. Let's take a quick peek at the gold and silver price. At the moment, oh no, I don't want to see it go up. 22.77. It's not that up, but it's up. Anybody, any guesses on the gold? Well, if I say any guesses, someone's already seen it. Someone probably has it on their TV right now. Congrats, JC. Yes. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Nope, we're not there yet. $33.80. $50 more up. Darn. We actually had a little bit of a pullback on Friday, but it just took it right back. You can see where it started. The blue line is Friday. Friday at the close of the day, we started out Friday at 33.40. We dipped down a little bit, closed out right around 33.25-ish, and it's been all uphill from there. I'm hoping to see a quick plunge. There's a couple big things I want to buy right now, a couple big orders. I'm picking up another probably 100 of the certified coins. For those of you that don't know what that giveaway was just for, it was for this. And I'm actually picking up possibly another 100 coins, although I don't want any more of these. I got too many of them now. And then I also want to pick up 100 Leonidas for the Legendary Warriors that just rolled out. So that's going to be a pretty cool coin too, I think. So with that being said, I think that pretty much wraps up the evening video, the live stream for the evening. Next weekend, I'll be back with some more cool prizes. I think next weekend we've got 1, 2, 3 prizes, roughly 90 names on the wheel. Here, let's see if I can actually copy. I want to see something real quick. Duplicate. Let's see. Can I reset? I might have to spin it the last time. Here, I'll give JC his final spin. That way he can get the fireworks too. Yeah, who knows? He might see this. He might not. I'll bet I'm going to mention it tomorrow morning. Congratulations. We'll remove that. And is there a thing that sets it right again? Nope. I can't. I'm going to have to put them all back in. Nope. Okay, that's it. I didn't know if it was a way to reset it. With that being said, gonna wrap up the show. JC Stacking, you're the winner. Let's see here. Silverboy Blues, thank you so much for stopping in and watching. Philip, thank you so much for stopping in and watching. Conrad, thank you so much for stopping in and watching. John Wilkus. Anybody else that's in the room that hasn't chatted in a few minutes? I see we got 12 people watching, a lot of quiet people. SSB, that's the only thing saving me currently in my situation I'm in. How do we know you didn't just put one name on the wheel and spin it just now? I'm sorry? Oh, no. No, I copied because I wanted to. So what I did, this was the final win. I copied it over here so I could experiment and then spin it. And I wanted to see once all the names were gone, was there a button that would reset it and put them all back up again, start over to refresh it. But it does not give you that option. Wheel spins. Oh, my word. 291 million. What is the wheel spinner? I never even scrolled down on this. Let's see. Thanks for the opportunity, T-Bird. I appreciate it, buddy. John, thank you so much for coming in. Silverboy Blues, appreciate it. Yeah, we took the long route tonight. We took the long route with 250 names. I'm exhausted, but it was a lot of fun. And it was an extra prize. This wasn't even for the big event. Next week is the big event. And we'll talk more about that during this week's videos. So, and then next month, I'm thinking about doing a sports event. I haven't decided yet. A sports event, for those of you that don't know what that means, it means I have absolutely no control. There's no way I could. I can't rig a sports game. I don't even know what sport is in season right now. Let's see, we're in spring. I don't know. Football's done. Basketball. Is basketball still going on? Does anybody know? And is baseball going on? I think baseball started or is about to start. I don't follow any sports right now at all. I've been putting all my attention into remodeling my house, working, and studying coins and YouTube. Philip Lowe, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. I'll even upgrade your membership this month for that. I appreciate it. That way you'll be on the top tier. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Basketball and hockey. It can't be hockey because I don't know jack about hockey. I don't even know how I could set something up on hockey. Basketball, I could do basketball. I don't know how I would do it. It'd be nice to... Oh, have they done... Oh, yeah, duh, that would have been March Madness. March. I was about to say, have they done March Madness? I could submit everybody a sheet like we did with the football one year. I email y'all sheets, and it's your responsibility to send it in to me. I update it on a master sheet, do a video on it, and that's it. I don't know if they have anything with baseball, a way to do a baseball fan pool or something. It would definitely be fun if we did. It pays the shipping. Yes, it does. Thank you so much. That's super awesome of you. I really do appreciate that. I don't know. I'm going to have to think of something. If there's any events that people think would be a fun event, let me know. Because like I said, I may pull back and be done doing the computer shows. Now, those of you that don't know what I mean when I say computer shows, right now you know you're on a computer. You're seeing exactly what I'm seeing. In the past, I had a camera set up over my desk. And essentially, I would just have some silver, give the talk, record, and post. My events, though, my live events, I would have to do it with like a bingo ball puller. However, I can't do the bingo puller over 75 members. However, some members canceled. I think that we're at 91 right now, so we'll see. I'm always looking for ideas anyway. Yeah, I don't know how to, I mean, the Super Bowl one, I knew how to do that because they do a lot of events for the Super Bowl. Baseball, I've never seen a baseball. I've even seen a boxing event where you draw numbers randomly to see what round ends the boxing match. 10 rounds. If you draw number 10, you're saying it's going to go the distance. If you draw number 1, you can pretty much say you ain't going to win. But we have seen boxing matches end at 1 round. With that being said, 2 hours and 15 minutes. I thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope y'all hit that thumbs up button. Congratulations again to the winner. I can't thank y'all enough. This was a super fun event, super long event. Next week, it's going to be even funner because it's not going to be as long. There's going to be more prizes. I just got to figure out how I'm going to break down the prizes. For those of you that don't know what the prizes are going to be next week, I think we're going to do... I don't know the breakdown yet, so don't quote me on anything. A silver eagle, 2 Morgans, 2 Benjamins, 2 silver quarters, 2 silver dimes. At minimum, it will be 3 people that will win. Originally, I was going to do the silver eagle as first place, but then somebody said, heck no, I'd rather have a Morgan, a Benjamin, a quarter, and a dime as first place. So I think we're going to say first place picks what they want, second place picks what they want, and third place takes what's left over. But I don't know. I might stretch that out a little somehow. I might even push the dimes in to the next month. I don't know. I haven't decided everything yet. Because literally a week later, we're going to do another one probably. So, because we've got next month already some cool prizes too. So, with that being said, going to wrap up here. Thank you all for watching. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much, Philip, for that super chat. Thank you very much. And special thank you to all of you guys that are members. I really appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got to get filming my next one. What time is it? It's only 11. So eat dinner and then start filming my morning video. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Literally, 7 hours I'll be on again. So take care, everybody. Have a great day. And thanks again. Bye-bye.